This bout is scheduled for 4 rounds. This is the right heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, 2 minutes. He's wearing the yellow trunks with the black bars. He joins us tonight, weighing in at 184 top pounds, and comes here tonight representing Montgomery, Alabama. This man over 45 is set to go. His opponent tonight, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the blue trunks and weighing in at 183 1/2 pounds. He is from New Orleans, Louisiana. His professional record of 2 started 3 victories, including 1 knockout with 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting New Orleans' own Mike Richter. Ladies and gentlemen, the referee, Larry Berger. Now give the fighters their instructions.
Well, local favorite Mike Richter, he's a great inspiration of those in this sport. He's a single dad and a school teacher by day, and making his mark in the boxing world in the evening.
Yeah, Tim, he's a young man. He's up and coming in the boxing game. He won 3 out of 4 bouts. We've always been impressed with him, and the crowd certainly is pleased to be around him. And he's got his opponent tonight from Montgomery and Algello Simpson.
And of course, this one's scheduled for 4 rounds. And now they tie up on the ropes.
Yeah, Richter, we've noticed in his previous bouts that we've seen him. He slowly, methodically wears you down, Tim. And packs a good punch. Well trained, Tim. They're trying to bring him along. He's got a good future ahead of him.
That he does, and his last action was on the Etty and Tyson undercard in Memphis.
Absolutely.
And his opponent was had to exit in the first round from a cut, so he didn't get the work in that he wanted.
Certainly, he's the hometown favorite here tonight. He's been more the aggressor here in the opening round.
There you go. Cut that ring off. There you go. Cut it off. Cut it off.
Scheduled for 4.
Slash those punches in there.
And the referee is warning him about punches to the back. And going right through his gloves is Mike Richter.
Yeah, he's scoring early here in this bout, which is always key. Both fighters weighing in at around 184.
So very even in the weight category.
Use the left hook. Use the left hook.
Just a slight height and reach advantage to Richter.
And that'll always be an advantage for him.
I've always said the fight game, reach is everything. If you got the reach on an opponent, all you got to do is step back.
That's it.
There you go. Slash those punches to the side.
Coming to you from the Hilario Center here on West Wego. Our 4th bout of the evening. And this one a little bit more competitive, although we're seeing Rico basically right now go through a workout right now over Simpson. And as round 1 comes to an end.
Round
Okay, Tim, round 2. Mike Ricker comes out very poised here in this bout. In charge right now. He landed early and leads on the scorecard. And unlike our 3 previous bouts, we're looking at a young man who's not vulnerable. He's very poised, like I said, determined, and he's been the aggressor in this bout. And you can tell the technique, he's been well trained, and this is what we like to see when we come.
Yes, indeed. And up next, we're going to see the Butterbean, Eric Esch.
The Bean coming in once again to the Louisiana area and been on the Gulf Coast. We've seen him a couple occasions.
Has himself a restaurant in Jasper, Alabama.
He's the immovable object.
We're going to have to go to his restaurant one day. I hear he's got some good ribs. Right now,
Butterbean weighs in at 350, Tim, so he's going to have a big advantage over his opponent tonight, Lewis Gilbert.
Right now, Ricker getting a workout from his opponent and Angelo Simpson. Both fighters have scored well.
Yeah, well, definitely Ricker's landed. One thing I really impressed with Mike Rick is his eye contact. Always concentrating on what's ahead of him. He's landed with a number of flurries. Should be well ahead on the scorecard. Just like I said earlier, slowly, methodically wearing the opponent down as the fight progresses.
And he moves very well laterally.
Absolutely. Kind of reminds me of Will McIntyre's son. I mean, he's seemed to be in the same type of mode at all times, knowing that they're not going to go out and get that first round TKO, but they're going to be able to stand up pressure throughout the fight, and at the end they'll be standing tall.
And the matchmaker did a good job on this one, because this has been a very good fight so far, evenly matched.
No doubt. The only weakness right here and disadvantage that Rica has is the experience factor. This is Simpson's 42nd fight, whereas Mike Rick is only fighting his 5th.
Okay, our third round, the scheduled 4-rounder here between Mike Ricker and Angelo Simpson. And Ricker coming out with a flurry here in the third round. But back comes Angelo Simpson as well. It's going to be a tough fight to score.
Get back in there. There you go.
A little bit close to a headbutt. Rica more or less has controlled the fight, though. He's landed the most punches. He's fought the fight as he expected to come out and did tonight. Tell you how he's taking care of business. The ring girl tried to get his attention in between rounds, and he had no part of it. So he's very focused on what he's doing here this evening.
I'll tell you what, that's something if you not pay attention to the ring girl.
You can't get distracted by the ring girl. then your game's on.
And more punches being landed by Ricca now. And his movement is just as fresh now as it was in the first round.
Once again, as you mentioned, Tim, his movement, constantly on the move. Then he comes at you. Sometimes the best offense is the best defense.
Ahead on points, Mike Ricca late in round number 3. But still a steady and determined opponent in Angelo Simpson.
Right, this was looking to go 4 rounds. Our 3 previous fights all won by Louisiana boxers. And Ricca trying to continue the trend.
End of round 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, 4th and final round on the way. About it, folks, make some noise, get a thumbs up for this final round on the way. Here we go, folks. Make some noise. Once again, 4th and final round on the way. Here we go. Round 1.
Okay, Tim, final round, and one thing I noticed in between rounds was trainer Jimbo Stevenson getting Larry Berger's attention that Simpson headbutted Ricca during the 3rd round. But Mike Ricca picking up where he left off. About to achieve his 4th victory. But Angelo Simpson acting like a different boxer here in the final round.
And he lands several head shots to Mike Ricca.
He's in that desperate mode right now. He knows he has to score. Really, he has to provide a knockout here to come up with a victory.
It'll be an interesting decision. Right now, this is Mike Ricca's fight to lose here.
No doubt about it. And I don't foresee it happening. Again, good defense on Ricca's part, knowing he's only 2 minutes away from a big win here at the Hilario Center.
And he's still moving, and that's what's really keeping him in this fight and in control of it, his ability to move. because he has the reach advantage, he's able to get out of the way of Simpson.
Good shot landed by Simpson, but Rica continues with the combinations, and that's what keeps him ahead. Rica only in his 5th fight, Tim, and he's already been to the pyramid in front of a big crowd. So the young man is moving up quickly. This is definitely one of our better bouts of the night, as the crowd chants Mike Rica.
Judge's decision coming up here on Washington Television.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's go to a nice round of applause for these two young men. Wow, that's cutting it out. Tough little fight right there. Tough little fight. After 4 rounds of watching, we go to scorecards, and we have a unanimous decision. All 3 judges, Kenny St. Dennis, Russell Lockett, and Kenny Lugano, all 3 scored the bout exactly the same, 39-37. All 3 for your winner by unanimous decision from New Orleans.
2-point decision for Mike Rica.